Good evening, everyone. This is Lori Tsugawa Whaley. I'm here tonight to share with you about my deepest fear. If you ask anybody, not anybody, but most people, they would say that speaking, or especially speaking in public, would be their deepest fear. And for me, that was my deepest fear. Growing up, my fourth grade teacher said, Lori, I'm not going to give you an A. I'll give you a B or C. However, if you speak up, I will give you an A because you know the answers. You just won't speak up. And that motivated me because I did not want to get a B or a C. I wanted an A because I knew the answers and I studied very hard. So my teacher said, okay, this is your challenge. And she was a smart teacher. She knew how to motivate me because I did not want the B or C. So the year went by and I did speak up and I did get A's. However, after that year passed, I kind of slipped into the old patterns of not wanting to be seen or heard. Being a middle child, you're like an Oreo. You have the oldest and the youngest, and you're kind of in the middle. And that's what I was. The middle children are usually the small, or the don't speak up, they're the peacemakers, extremely intuitive people. But I just did not want to speak up. I had an older brother who was brilliant. He should have been a lawyer. All his teachers told him that. And I have an older sister who was also brilliant. She could have been a surgeon. She diagnosed my mother's illness before the doctors did, before she passed away. She kept saying she has leukemia, and the doctors wouldn't believe her. But that's another story. And so I always felt like I didn't have much to say, and maybe you feel the same way too, that your voice is not important, or you don't have much to say, or people wouldn't want to listen to you. But you know, if you speak from your heart, which I'm learning to do, people will start listening because you're being open, you're being vulnerable, I'm being real, exposed. So after junior high and high school, I started getting more into it. And would you believe, in high school, I was a cheerleader. So that started helping me to get out of my fear of speaking and being in front of people. But when I was a cheerleader, they didn't hear only me, they heard other people. And I was pretty limber, so I was a good cheerleader and I had good rhythm. I couldn't throw a ball, but I had good rhythm. So I loved cheerleading, and then after that, I just kept hiding and wanting to be unseen, not heard, and being rather small and short. That was easy to do because I could duck and I could hide. But sooner or later, one is always faced with the fear. Job says, that which I fear the most has come upon me. And so that's what it kept visiting me. And when I was in network marketing, fast forward, getting married, children, and I was in network marketing, and our leader or facilitator said, challenged all of us to facilitate and organize a personal development seminar, which I did. It was with Clemmer and Associates, and that was a wonderful experience because I had to go in front of people, and it was hard to sell a ticket. Almost single-handedly, there were over 100 people in the room, and then they said, Lori, you're going to introduce the speaker. And I go, oh, I was so afraid. I didn't want to talk. And so I heard about Toastmasters. I joined the local Toastmasters group, and it was amazing. I loved it, and I finally found my voice. I started overcoming my fear of public speaking, and actually I found my voice in Toastmasters. And when I was in Toastmasters, I went to other groups. I actually went to a group at the Washington Women's Correction Center for Women. And it was just like almost any other Toastmaster group, except they can't leave. And once we were in, we couldn't leave either. There were many steps that we had to take just to get to the room. But I found the women very engaging and eager to learn. When you are a Toastmaster, they have different avenues or books that you can learn from. I chose storytelling because I had never done it. And the first story I told was at the women's prison. I told a story, and I used puppets, and also I had different voices. Like, I just love talking like the turtle. I don't know what a turtle would talk like, but I made up a voice. I have other voices for other characters. I love storytelling because I can tell a story, and it can be in a non-threatening way, and it gets down. Stories actually get down to the deeper level. People remember stories more than they remember facts. And that's not what I know I am, because I'm not an intellectual person. I'm extremely right-brained. I'm full of ideas. I'm creative, and the left side is wanting to catch up with the right side, which it hasn't yet. But I'm working on it, but I just love being creative. And so that is how I found my voice. Is once I did the seminar, over 100 people attended, and Clement Associates flew my husband and myself down to San Francisco, where all the people throughout I suppose the nation, organized successful events where they got 100 people in the room, and then over 40 people would go on to the next level. So I did that, and it was a challenge that I will always remember, because it brought me to my fear, my deepest fear of speaking in public. I did not like it, but once I became involved with Toastmasters and realizing there's a whole new world out there. And when you go to a meeting, they do not judge you. They encourage you. They kind of use that Oreo, here we go to the Oreo thing. They tell the things they love about it, and then areas of improvement, and then they wrap it up with great speech, and I can't wait for your next speech. Very kind people at Toastmasters. You will find a group of very forward-thinking people that want to encourage people. And there's less than 1 million Toastmasters worldwide. It was started in, I believe, LA, and it's grown, but it hasn't taken over the world. So if you join Toastmasters, you can go to toastmasters.org and be part of a very elite group of people that want to put their best foot or their best voice forward. That's what I never would have thought, that I would be ending up speaking and loving it and doing the storytelling, because that was not what I thought I would do, but always comes full circle. Just like when I shared the other day about my Japanese heritage, not wanting to be a part of it because it brought a lot of pain, but then you can turn that pain into gain, make lemonade out of lemons, and never regret it. I just am so thankful that each step that a person takes will take you to the next level. And you might wonder, what am I doing over here, over there? But it will all lead to the path that you're supposed to take. And some of us find it early in life, and some of us find it later. It doesn't matter. As long as we continue searching, we will find, and you will find your path, as long as you continue to seek and search with your whole heart, not just halfway, not saying that, oh yes, I want to become a great car salesman, or I want to be the most famous model or whatever. Well, it's not going to happen if you watch 5 hours of television a day. You start working towards your dreams, and that's what I do. I love Toastmasters, and I love speaking, and with the COVID, of course, we are all challenged, but I'm learning the virtual world, and this is going to be part of our world in the future. So this is what I'm doing. I'm putting myself out there. I'm going to be posting, I'm hoping to be posting once a week just to share some of my thoughts. But I just wanted to share with people about facing their fears, because you will, no matter who you are, everybody's going to have to speak in public. There's no way of getting around it, or even speaking with a group of people. And the more you practice, and the more you will gain more confidence. You will start loving it, and then realizing you have a voice, and there's something that you are passionate about. And when you find that passion, that's what you're going to want to speak about. That's what you're going to want to read about. That's what you're going to follow, and it'll consume you like it's consumed me. Everything about Japan. I love Japan, and I can't wait to go back. But I just know that by facing your fears, you will overcome them if you really face them. if you don't, you could be like what happened to the children of Israel. They went around and around the mountain, and they didn't have to go for 40 years. And just like us, we don't have to suffer for 20 years or 10 years. We can start finding our passion now, because there's a world out there that needs each one of you. Everyone has a gift to give to the world. So I'm leaving you with my parting quote, one that I wrote myself. It's called, "The world is waiting for you to unveil your unique gifts and talents. What are you waiting for?" The end. Thank you very much, and I'll be back again with more information and just to inspire and encourage you. That's what I love to do the most, because my name is Lori, and Lori is for the laurel crown that the victors wore after and I think it was during the Olympics. They started using the laurel, and the name Lori came from laurel. So my name means victorious spirit, and I always see the glass as more than half full, even if it's half full or less. I always see, and I want to look at the brighter side and see the silver lining in every situation. And no matter what a person goes through, just like I shared about my traumatic brain injury, it brought me to a different point in my life, and to really focus and concentrate on what my gift to the world is. And that's to share with you about the Kodo Bushido and the Japanese heritage, and honor those that have gone before us, like my grandparents, my parents, and now our generation is seeing the fourth generation come up and start taking the mantle, because some of us third generation or baby boomers, some of them have already passed away. So we want to do as much as we can, because the world needs each one of you. Every single person is important, and every life matters. Not just this one or that one. Everybody matters, and everybody's important, and every person is like a piece of the puzzle. When we put them all together, we'll make a beautiful puzzle, because that's what we are here on planet Earth to do, is to share our gift to the world. So that is it for tonight. I want to thank you for joining, and I am humbled beyond I can imagine, because the last one that I shared had over 1.8 thousand views. And it's not about me, it's about helping people like yourself, or maybe other people that just need to be lifted up some, just need some encouragement. We all need encouragement, and I want to encourage you, and I'll continue to post these, and I hope you'll share these, because this is not a one-person show. This is not about me. This is about helping each person on the face of this earth. So that's it for tonight, and I will say good night, Laila Tov, Oyasumi Nasai, Bonsoir, in other languages. I don't know a lot, but I do know a few greetings in different languages. So I just want to wish you all a good night, and I can't wait to see you again. I don't know when I'll post. I will post once a week, and hopefully there'll be, I will announce them maybe sooner, but I love to, nothing more than I love to do than to encourage you. I don't know how else to say it. I'm humbled, and please share this. Please share this message, because this could help somebody find their voice, find their gift to give to the world. So that's it for tonight. Thank you very much. Good night.